Now, if you like your coffee from the Nespresso pod, that's awesome, but I'm going to show you how I make my coffee using a moka pot. Now, there's awesome videos on Wikipedia on how it works, but basically there's 3 chambers which the coffee goes through. Now, let's get started. You need some coffee. Best ground coffee I get is from Aldi. It's the cheapest and it's the tastiest. Measuring spoon, a scale, and then we start by putting the basket on the big chamber. Measuring coffee, I use 13 grams of coffee. Now 13 grams is just for me, but if there's 2 people, I'll usually put 20 grams of coffee in the basket. Now, next thing is water. Putting water in the chamber. The amount of water I put in is normally about 15 to 16 times the amount of coffee I've put in the basket. So in this case, 13 grams of coffee is about 200 grams of boiling water in the chamber. Once the water's in, pop the basket on top of the chamber, and then I will screw on top the receiving chamber. And you've got to screw it tight because there's going to be heaps of steam and heaps of pressure going through once it gets on the stove. Now, once it's on the stove, I like to pop open the top just to watch the coffee spill over. Takes a bit, but in 3, 2, 1, there we go. Just make sure you close the lid after a few seconds because it does tend to explode. So here's the final product, beautiful espresso coffee, which in this case makes 1 serving of about 150 mils of coffee. I love adding a bit of milk to the coffee, but I hate new bottles of milk and that spillage. How do you stop that spillage? Anyway, my coffee, it is lovely.